What's going on, everybody? Tyson from VS Card Hub, and we're doing another throwback dirt cheap bargain bin rip. So we're going back to 2024 again. Still got Phoenix out there. This stuff is still on the shelves, both blasters and megas, and you can find it pretty darn cheap. If you were looking for something a little more, budget conscious to rip, these are normally listed now about 50 bucks for a mega box. I found these marked down to 45, so yeah, overall not bad. So less than 150 bucks for 3 mega boxes. And Phoenix itself wasn't a bad product. I actually like Phoenix. I think they have really good designs, and it's a good cheap bargain chromium rip. Obviously not world beaters. It's not Prism, it's not Select, and it's not Optic, but it is still a fun chromium product towards the end of the year. This year, it looks like we may be getting Phoenix early in the season for 2025. Panini is attempting to rush out all their products before they lose the license. But yeah, stuff keeps getting delayed, and yeah, it's not looking good for Panini. They're struggling to get stuff out the door. I've talked about it before. I've got a ton of stuff on pre-order, and Panini is they just keep pushing everything back. Like, I was expecting to have Prism draft picks in October, and so far it's been pushed back to like December now. Certified is still on pre-order, and at this point, if you're like me and you pre-ordered, I know some people have noted in the comments that like you're kind of stuck. Like, you can't do anything. Like, you can't sit there and say, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and just cancel my pre-order and I'll buy it when it actually comes out, because by the time it comes out, with the way Panini is doing their drops and everything through the Dutch auctions on their site, by the time it comes out at the insane prices that everybody's buying it up at, you may be paying twice as much if you try to back out of your pre-order and buy it later. So kind of sucks. Panini, I wish you guys would figure out what the heck you're doing, because look at me. Look, you've got me degenning with 2024 products to try and fill the time. Nah, we got plenty of 2025 products that are out. I've got Mosaic on the way if it's not here already. Got Absolute Blasters. Holiday Blasters are out. Make sure you check my posts here as well as over on X, because when stuff does release, especially on Amazon has been carrying a lot of cards and doing pre-sales lately. I will post a lot of that stuff out, and I do use Amazon affiliate links in full disclosure. It's no extra cost to you, but it does help out the channel, so keep an eye out for that. Anyways, gonna dive into this. Like I said, Phoenix, I had fun with it. They had some cool stuff. The biggest thing, let's see, I'll take a look at the checklist real quick, because just in case you haven't seen it, the biggest thing for here is that in retail Phoenix this year, you could not get memorabilia cards. That was both blasters and megas. If you wanted memorabilia cards or patch autos, that sort of thing, RPAs, you had to go to at least the H2 boxes. So you had to go H2 or hobby, first off the line, that sort of thing. Other than that, in retail, you were not getting any memorabilia cards, which on one hand, if you're not a fan of that stuff, cool. You didn't have to worry about getting it. You can still get the case hits, the Phoenicians, the color blasts. That was a big thing they added this year, as well as autographs and all that stuff. Joey Bosa here on the purple. So this is the standard purple parallel. These are not numbered. As a treasured tandems on the hyper. Thomas Jr. rookie and Kool-Aid on the purple. So the purples are not numbered out of there. I have pulled quite a few Phoenicians out of here. The Phoenicians are really cool. I think I pulled 3 different Phoenician autographs this year. The contours, probably one of the best looking inserts this year. Speak of the devil, we got a contours. So this is base contours, Micah Parsons. These are probably some of the best looking inserts this year. This is just a base, but you could still get them with like the Prism background, the hyper. If you opened H2, you could actually get them with the Pandora background. Pretty much whatever product you're opening in, you can get the contours with the different colored backgrounds, which is kind of nice. Super cool. So it looks like an all base pack here. There's a rookie rising Troy Franklin, doing semi-decent this year. Pearsall and Thrash. Troy Franklin's one of those ones that I thought he was going to be a lot better just because him and Bo Nix played together at Oregon. And yeah, once they came into the league, like those dudes had like no chemistry. It was kind of crazy. They've gotten a little bit better this year, but you know, at least first year they had like zero chemistry. Jordan Travis, RIP. Jerzan Newton. Kind of sucks. I was hoping to see Jordan Travis have a decent career. He basically had the runway to himself in New York for the Jets, and yeah, unfortunately his rehab from his leg injury in college, he never recovered. He had some setbacks and ended up retiring. Blake Corum, Joe Alt, and Braylon Trice. Kind of sucked because I had a ton of Jordan Travis stuff that I was sitting on because I thought he was going to get another chance and, you know, be really good. He was in the Heisman running until he broke his leg. It's kind of unfortunate. Tavian Sanders, and Adisa Isaac. So obviously we're also looking for rookies from 2024. Drake May and Bo Nix have actually been looking pretty good this year. Michael Penix Jr., he's looked good in flashes. I think it's the Falcons in general just kind of forget they're playing football sometimes. There's Chris Olave and a little Saquon Barkley contours. There's Drake May, Speak of the Devil, and Odunze. It's like some of the games the Falcons show up and just absolutely dominate. Other games they go in, they play the Panthers, and they lose 30-0. Or this past weekend they lost. They only scored like 9 points or something. Somehow the Dolphins beat the Falcons. Jonathan Taylor is the RB1 for the year so far. Elway, Ben Sinnott on the tandems, and there's Braylon Allen. Hopefully we see Braylon Allen come back. Been on IR with that knee injury. Jets as a whole are looking really bad. Contours in here. There's Trey Hendrickson. Contours Drake May. Good for a few bucks there. Like I said, Drake May is actually looking really good this year. Kind of sucks he doesn't have autographs in Panini products. You have to go back to Topps to really dig and find autographs for him. There's Bobby Okereke. Marshawn Lloyd, been on IR all year again. So nothing too crazy. We've got our usual, normal parallels and everything. But for, like I said, for 45 bucks and you can still find this stuff on shelves. Unfortunately, it's kind of the same with Select. Panini printed the heck out of Select. We talked about it before. So Select is all over the shelves as well. Stay away from Select hanger boxes. They're terrible. Do not buy Select hanger boxes. Pretty sure it was Select hanger boxes that were pretty bad this year. Ben Sinnott, just like everybody else, I thought he was actually going to get some more playing time. We'll see. I don't know. Sinnott was like a super athlete, and then just hasn't gotten any playing time. When he's coming out of college, he was a really good athlete. There's Russell Wilson, basically a bench warmer now. Jaden Daniels, rookie rising. Lad McConkey and Jaquan Jackson. So yeah, being 2024, you are going to find players in their uniforms from last year. If they got traded, signed with another team like Russell Wilson, obviously you're not going to have them in their current uniform. But there's Nate Wiggins. This one should be numbered. Yep. 112 of 140 on Nate Wiggins. There's Roman Wilson, rookie rising. He's actually playing really well recently. Yes, I definitely want to find, we can find a color blast. I have not found a color blast out of anything Phoenix. It kind of sucks. That was like the big chase this year, was finding one of the color blasts. Super cool cards. There's Jared Goff contours. Fortunately, we've gotten all base contours too. Opened some of these for breaks over on Whatnot when they were still fresh. And there was a couple of them we got a ton. There's a backwards card in here, looks like. Very nice. All right, we'll take that. We got a ton of contours and actually colored contours too, which was kind of nice. Field Slayton. There's Justin Jefferson. We got a contours of Jonathan Brooks. And is this an autograph? Yep, this is an autograph Dorian Thompson Robinson. Yikes. Well, alrighty then. Cue the womp womp. But there's Dorian Thompson Robinson autograph. We'll take it. It is what it is. I don't even know if he's on the Browns anymore. Yeah. I don't even know what team he's on anymore, if any, or if he's a practice squad guy. I mean, the Browns have 17 different quarterbacks. I guess 16 now that they traded Flacco away. But, yeah. Browns quarterback situation is fluid. There's Bucky Irving, rookie rising. Wiggins and Jaheim Bell. And final pack, 3 mega boxes. Thank you for hanging out, going down a little trip down, at least last year's memory lane, I should say. Not too far down them, but trip. There's Jalen Hurts, Treasured Tandem, ZK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, not even close to being on those teams anymore, and Byron Murphy. So there you have it for, $45-50 for a mega box. Overall, not terrible. We got one numbered card, 1 autograph, a lot of parallels, a lot of decent rookies that are still doing good. Like I said, Drake May, Bo Nix are kind of the big ones that have really stepped up in year 2. McCarthy's been hurt, unfortunately. Daniels was doing good. He got hurt a little bit. So you're kind of looking for some of those guys that are, still doing good in year 2. Let me know what you think about this. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you hanging out. Stay tuned. We're going to have more new stuff coming, as well as some throwback stuff just to, fill the time until we get some of these releases from Panini, until they figure out what the heck they're doing with their manufacturing process. Appreciate you checking this out, and I'll catch y'all next time.